Hi, welcome. In this video, I want to answer a question regarding service dog training. And one of the questions I've received is, what is a good age to start for service dog training? And again, a couple things to keep in mind, okay, when it comes to service dog training is it's all about the relationship. Understand that in terms of getting a dog and understanding a dog's social needs, it is about leadership, really important about how you're interacting with your dog by way of influence and control. Certain themes I talk about on my videos, those are all important. As soon as you get a dog, and this is the thing, typically when you think about service dog training or a formal process, you think about a certain age of the dog, and this is true, in terms of aspects related to, say, physical assistance, with the dog being developed at a level where they're able to say, God forbid you should fall down, and you need a dog to be able to help leverage and lift you back up so you can stand again. Well, the dog needs to be physically big enough to be able to do that. So again, when you're considering getting a dog, then the dog's going to need to be at an age, where the dog is physically developed at that point where a dog can be able to do that. So that is a point of of understanding of knowing that, okay, if I need a dog for service dog training physically, I need a dog to be several months, depending on the dog, the age of the dog. That all plays a role. Could be 6 months to start, and then when you get to the level of the physical part of it, the dog could be maybe 8 months anyway. So that could be fine right around that mark. But here's the thing, when considering waiting, and again, this is the problem. This is one of the things to think about, is if you get a dog, say, well, I'm going to wait till the dog is a certain age before I start training. Well, understand that training begins the moment you bring your dog into your home. And the reason I say that is that in terms of at the by way of relationship dogs, that again, if you're delaying, and then here's the other issue in terms of, I've encountered this several times, because you're getting a dog to meet your, say, it could be your emotional needs, in terms of PTSD, issues related to that type of support. Then what will happen, and what can happen, is the dog becomes attached, but the wrong way. It becomes very possessive, starts to gain a level of control in the relationship. And so then, if you're waiting until several months in, and then the dog's already gained a level of control in the relationship, that can be challenging in the sense of, because you have to reverse course, because the issue about the dog being able to do certain task specific jobs requires focus being generated the right way, and that comes through perception of dogs changing the right way, and that comes through the relationship, how you're perceived. And so that can be challenging, because then the starting point is such that, now we got to kind of clean that all up, and that's going to, again, impact the process. You're still going to get to where you need to go in the process, and again, that's what makes the system of training special that way, is in terms of being able to come out the other side with a predictable outcome. That's what makes the system of training special. But again, all saying that is, and my encouragement is to think about, well, when you bring a dog, as soon as you bring a dog into your home environment, you want to understand that it's important that you're interacting the right way, that you're connecting, interacting the right way, because that is going to make a difference with making the process just much smoother, and and be able to just that transition much better. And so, but saying that, with needing help, this is where I encourage people to say, well, kind of separate one thing from the other. Say, well, the formal service dog training process can really begin at a certain point say it could be 5 or 6 months in, or even after. Again, good thing about this system of training, again, is able to, working with dogs that are a year or 2 years, and maybe even having to reverse some stuff going on, but doable. But in terms of, again, of starting off the right way, by way of a dog is a puppy, even doing some one-on-one sessions, okay, prior to the formal process, would be helpful, okay, just so you have some insight, how to, what you need to be doing in terms of just meeting your dog's social needs, to keep things kind of leveled out until the more formal process starts. So those are all things to think about. I wanted to make a video on that, just to put that out there, some things to consider or think about. Because the first stage with the service dog training part of it is the consult. Okay, this is the thing with me meeting you, meeting your dog, being able to go through the whole process with answering all your questions, just making sure you understand what the process is about. And so I go through all the stages of it, and then that's the first step, and then moving forward from there. And the first step, there's no kind of obligation, you're not signing a contract, anything like that. It's just being able for me to meet your dog, me be able to meet you, and for you to be able to go through what you need, all your specific things that you want your dog to be able to do as part of the service dog training process, and then move forward from there. Actually pick a date for formal training and all of that. So all to say that, again, my encouragement is, if you have a dog that you're considering for service dog training, understand that training begins the moment you bring your dog into your home environment, and you want to at least do a little bit of some training, so that you are thinking the right way, you're connecting, you're interacting the right way, to make sure things are kind of on a level playing field, leveled out, until you start the more formal part of the process. So therefore, if it's like, well, you may want to wait until your dog develops to a level with the physical need part of that, like several months into the relationship, at least things are at a good kind of level by way of how your dog sees you. And so it's going to make the whole process and the transition just much, much better. So again, like anything, if you have any questions about any of this, contact me. I'll be happy to answer your questions about service dog training, how it works, and all the various issues that go along with it, and be able to help you, in terms of making sure that you're going to have a great service dog. Thanks for watching.